I'm just trying to turn on the screen, so give me until I get it right, then we proceed. Okay, thank you very much. This is our screen. We are going to continue. We'll continue with our collection matter. This is our collection matter that we are going to discuss now. So it says we are instructed by Met Attorneys Inc. to collect an amount of 25,000 on behalf of their client, Blaise Sisi. Can you all see it? Hello? Hello, can someone just confirm if they can see my screen?
Yes, we can see the page.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we're collecting Blaise Sisi from for their client from a Data Supreme Services. So the client is Met Attorneys to collect from Supreme Services. And then because they are not in the jurisdiction, they are now asking our firm to collect from Supreme Services. So it says there's an agreement on a 1/3 fee sharing rule and a collection commission of 10%. Okay, and then it's on 2 June 2021. Our firm charges 500 Rand excluding VAT to open the file. So we are supposed to then record this transaction. So I'm going to show you how to record. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to unshare the screen. Why I'm unsharing it's because I want to add in the Excel sheet. Once they are together, then I'll be able to share the screens with you. Okay. Okay, so I'm back to the screen where we can see our Excel workings as well as our question. So hopefully you can see, can someone just confirm before I can move on? Hello? Can someone just confirm if you can see the Excel as well as the Word document?
We can see both screens.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll continue. So the transaction says on 2 June, our firm charges 500. So this is, if it's our firm which is charging, this is a business transaction. So which means we are more of like raising an invoice for 500 exclusive of VAT. So if we are to record the transaction, it means we are recording it in our business side of things. So for us to record that transaction, so it has got a fee element. We come back to our ledgers that we were creating the other day. We are doing a continuation. Remember, it's the same firm. So our fee ledger should show all our client or all our matters in that fee account. Okay, so on 2 June 2021, this is our correspondent, which is met attorneys like that. Hopefully you can see. And the fee that we are charging is 500. Okay, so out of the fee, it says it's exclusive of VAT. So it means the 500 belongs to the firm. But then we are told that we have got a third sharing rule, which means out of the 500, we are sharing the same fee with Met attorneys. We are not going to receive the full 500 rand. So for us to record that, we are then reducing our fee. So what we do is that we then debit, and then we show it's our correspondent, and it's a third fee for opening the file. For opening the file. So if we are charging a third, then it means out of our fee, we are going to reduce it. So we debit. So it's 500 multiplied by 1 divided by 3, which is a third of that amount, like that. That's what we are reducing. So we need to record, likewise, we need to record these transactions. So we are on our matters ledger, then we create a ledger for our correspondent. So this is now and it's okay. And we delete that does not belong to the ledger. Okay, so for us to record the 500 initially, here is where it is, where we have recorded it. So we have credited the fee account. We've credited the fee account, and then we are debiting, which is our data, which is our correspondent. This is what we are debiting our correspondent. Remember, data are our assets. We are being owed money by the data. So all our assets, when we are increasing our assets, we debit the asset account. Data are our assets. When we raise an invoice, we are increasing our assets because we haven't been paid. So we debit our data. So in this case, that is why we are debiting the correspondent. But like what I've said, we have also credited, we have also debited our fee account to reduce it because we are not going to receive everything from our data, which means also we also show that we are not going to receive everything. So it's from the fee account, and it's file opening, and it's a third to reduce for the correspondent. So the amount is 500 multiplied by 1 divided by 3. So like this would say we've completed our debit, we have completed our double entry. So our double entry is completed like that. And then this one is coming from the fee account. And then it's our file opening. Okay, so with the question you may ask, or we will proceed. And then transaction B says then we paid 150 rand to a tracing agent. Okay, so out of our business account, we are paying because we can't pay from the trust account because we haven't been paid by anyone. The correspondent has not paid us anything. We are supposed to collect, and out of what we have collected, that is where then we'll recover our the amount that we have paid to the tracing agent. So the action of paying, it means it affects our bank account. Okay, so do not worry, our business cash book, we haven't recorded anything because remember we skipped the pay. We were supposed to record business transactions, and I believe you guys know how to record the basic transactions. So I'm just going to show you the parts where we are recording for these matters. And then it's 2 June 2021. And then it's our correspondent matter. And we are paying for them, for the tracing agent, like that. So we can as well show that it's format attorneys. So that's the description. And then the amount, we are paying 150 Rand. Okay, so we have paid, our cash book is recorded. And then what we do, we also need to account to make it the second leg so that we post it. So where we are taking it, we are taking it to our correspondent account, meta account. So it's 2 June 2021, and it's our from our bank, and it's for the tracing agent. Remember, we have credited that side, so the side we are debiting. So the idea is that we are increasing the account of the correspondent. It means they are owing us 150 rands, which we'll need to collect from them once we get their client. Okay. All right, and then the second one, we are told 28 June 2021. Supreme Services paid 15,000 into our trust banking account. Okay, so Supreme Services, this is the data where we are collecting from, and they are paying on behalf of Blaze, and Blaze instructed Met attorneys, and Met attorneys instructed our firm. So it's more of like a 4-leg transaction. But in our case, our client becomes the correspondent, which is Met attorneys. So we are not worried about Blaze, because Blaze, the accounting will be done by the Met attorneys. Okay, so what we need to note is that we did not receive 25,000. We are not receiving 25,000. We are only receiving 15,000. So in this then means in your books, you cannot record 25,000 because we haven't received it, and we can't account for it. We account for what we have received. Okay. So for us to record this transaction, this is what we are recording now. So we go back to our trust because we are being told that 15,000 was received in our trust cash book, in our trust account, sorry. So we come 2021, and then this matter is our correspondent, and it's Met attorneys. And the payment was made by Supreme. Say for instance, they give us a lot of matters, so we might need to, our description, we need to put as much information as possible so that we are able to trace. So if we do not put a lot of information, then the challenge is that we won't be able to trace which client of theirs the money is coming from. So in this case, it's 15,000 received in trust. So I'm just trying to use another color. I don't know which one to use. Okay, let's use that one. So this is the transaction, 15,000 has been received. So in us receiving this money, it means we also do the double entry. So for us to do the double entry on our trust creditors, then we need to create a ledger because this is our trust creditor. We need to create a ledger, and this ledger is going to be for our correspondent. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy one of the ledgers and then paste. I'm going to copy this one. Copy it, and then I'm just going to put it here at the bottom, and we are going to change. And this is our correspondent, and then this you can see it's in the trust account. So I've actually decided to separate the worksheets. Correspondent, and then it's met is that. So I'm going to clear because we're just copying. We just want to template. And what we want to do is to record. So we have received in the cash book, we received, so it's on the debit side where receipts are. So to complete the double entry, we are going to record on the credit side because this is our creditor. It's increasing our creditors. 2021, and then it's coming from the bank, and in their account, it's for Supreme Services. And how much? 15,000. So we show them that yes, we received 15,000 from your client. Okay, then it's recorded, and we can grade out to correspond with the other entry. Okay, and then we are told that on the 29th of June 2021, we raised our invoice. We raised our invoice and collected the fee for opening the file. So for opening the file, we had already raised an invoice, and then the tracing agent's fee, that one we've accounted for it, but the thing that we have not accounted for is our collection commission. So we have a collection commission that we are supposed to account for. Okay, so we are told on top there, as you can see, our collection commission is 10%. Okay, let's assume, and in this case, our collection commission is going to be excluding VAT. But even in our assignment, assume it's excluding VAT, it's 10% excluding, because most of the things which comprise of a percentage. So if you're collecting, or if ever you're charging a certain VAT, the only exception that I will give is like for road accident matters, road accident, yeah, RAF matters, road accident fund matters, motor injury matters. So those ones, you find the 25%, the way that the court has interpreted it, it says it includes VAT because the client cannot be paid less than 75%. But in any other matters, if you are charging a percentage, your percentage is excluding VAT, then it means you charge on top of that the VAT, because the VAT is not your money. You are doing it for the government. You would have agreed with the client to say, my fee is 10%. That is what is coming to my firm. And remember, then the government needs 15% on top of that. So our assumption is that the 15% is for the government, and then we need to account for it. So for us to account for it, we go back to the business account. Is our fee. So how do we raise our fee? Then it's on the 29th on our fee account of June 2021, and it's our, and in this case it's Met attorneys, but this is the collection commission. So it's our commission. And out of the commission, I'm going to try to minimize. So it's commission. And out of the commission, we are getting 10%. So the amount that we've collected so far is 15,000 multiplied by 10%. So on our fee, the fee account, we just show the fee. We do not include VAT. So if the fee account, we are told that the amount is inclusive of VAT, then we are supposed to take out the VAT. Like in this case, I think we're giving an example. We're told for Mr. Jaden, it was 25,000, including VAT. And remember, we said to take out the VAT, we say multiplied by 100 divided by 115, like that. So when I was giving an example, that's where we ended up with the 100. So in this case, the fee is 1,500. But remember, this is our correspondent. We have to give him something out of that fee because he gave us his meter. He gave us his meter. So we have to give him a third of the collection commission. Okay, and the commission is 1,500. We've calculated it there and then multiplied by 1 divided by 3, or you can say divided by 3 is the same. Divided by 3, it means it's a third, or multiplied by 1 divided by 3, then it means we are multiplying by a third. So whichever way that you calculate, you should come out with the same answer. So a third of 1,500, then it's 500 rands. So that's what we are going to pass over to our correspondent. Okay, but these transactions, we have recorded them on the side of the fee account. So we also need to do the same on our correspondent to complete the double entry. So we go on the 29th of June, 2021. And then we record our fee. And then in this case, it's our commission. Okay, let's see. I'm starting with the third. Let us start with the full amount. 29 June 2021. So it's our fifth fee. Which is 15,000 multiplied by 10%. Like that, we get 1.5, and then the 1/3 of that we've calculated that side, 10,000 multiplied by 10%. Okay, 10% multiplied by 1 divided by 3, which gives us the 500 that we got that side. So you can copy what you have calculated that side, or you can recompute. So it's 15,000 multiplied by 10%, and we are giving a third of that. Then we get 500. Okay, so this is our business account. It would mean we are done, because after this, we are accounting to meet attorneys. So from the business side, we can calculate how much our fees and how much are we giving to meet attorneys as they are 1/3. Okay, and also it will tell us how much do we need to transfer from the business account to, sorry, from the trust account to the business account. It will tell us how much we need to transfer. Okay, like that. So these are our totals. And then the side which is smaller, like what we've discussed before, that is the one that carries what we have to transfer from the business side, from the trust account to the business. Okay, like that. So this is how much we have to transfer. So on 29 June 2021, we are now showing is our trust transfer. Okay. So our trust transfer is going to be 1483.33. That. You see, this is what we are going to transfer from the trust account. If we had any other fee that we're collecting, we make sure that we have recorded everything. After recording, then we establish how much are we transferring. So basically, how much we are transferring our 2/3 of these two amounts plus our tracing agent fee that we have paid. So we are transferring 2/3 plus our disbursement. 1/3 plus our disbursement is what is coming to the trust account. For me to just rework it out, so our fee in total is 500 plus 1,500. So out of that, we only get 2/3. So multiply by 2 divided by 3. This is how much we are supposed to collect from the trust account. But remember, we also paid for the tracing agent. So what we are collecting in full, this is how you compare your balancing figures. If you can check, this is what we are taking, our fee, which is 2/3, what we've paid to the tracing agent, and then it gives us this amount of 1483. Okay, so the 1483, if you can have a look at it, we just have recorded it in the trust account. You see, it's recorded in the trust account, but we haven't recorded the double entry. So we need to then record the double entry of it. And how do we record it? We are transferring this money. One, when we are transferring it, we are going to receive it in our business account. Two, we are going to take it from the trust account. Three, it also affects our correspondence account. Okay, so let's start by recording in the correspondence trust account. So these are called trust transfers. Trust transfers. So trust transfers, what they do, it's more of like you formulate 4 journals that you come up with. So there are 4 journals that you come up with. One is the one that affects the bank accounts. 2 is the one that affects the business account and the trust account. So this amount, we need to now complete it. So how we complete it, we go to our trust account, and then from our correspondent, we have received 15,000, but we are not going to pay him 15,000. There is this amount that belongs to our firm, which is the 1,183. Our firm. So at the end of the day, when it comes to this transaction, we are going to pay. If we are to, hello, I think we lost each other and we are now back. I hope you can hear me. Someone can confirm. Sharing, and then I'll start afresh because I think we got switched off, cut off. So I'll share again our screen. Okay, I will stop sharing again until I get my screen right. Let me first of all sort out my screen, then I'll share again. Okay, this is our Excel. And then this is our Word. Yes. So I'm going to reshape because we got disconnected. Okay, I hope you can see me. You can, sorry, not me. You can see the screen. Okay. Someone can just confirm so that we are on the same page. Okay, so for us to balance off, then we hello. We are now balancing off our correspondent trust. This is the trust side. So we look at the side which is lower, and then see, side is lower. So this is the amount that we are going to pay over to our correspondent. So this is going to come out of our business account, out of our account, and it's a payment settlement to our correspondent. And then how much is it? 13,516.67, like that. That is what we are paying. So I've recorded more of like I've balanced the account of the correspondent, but I haven't transferred the money. I haven't completed the double entry on it. So now we are supposed to pay over the money from the trust account and also transfer our fees, because this transaction, it was completed by the business side, but it's not yet complete because we haven't paid the money as instructed in our assignment. Okay, I will start by making sure that we pay our correspondent. So we go back to our trust account. Here's our trust account, our trust cash book. So we can pay our correspondent. You'll see, we come here. We are paying, and how much are we paying? It's what we have calculated. Okay. And now we have to transfer our fees. For us to transfer our fee we've already calculated it, and we have calculated it, and we said it's not our fee only, we are transferring our fee plus our disbursement because we've disbursed. So the amount that we are transferring is this one, 1483.33. 1483.33. And then we go to the trust. We go back to our trust cash book, and this is our correspondent, and we are but it's our fee plus our disbursement that we are transferring. I'm going to remove the highlight. Okay, and how much are we transferring? It's 1483.33. That's what we are getting for our correspondent meter. And for us transferring it, we also have to receive it. Now we are transferring from the trust to the business account. So we have to receive that money in the business account. So when we go to the business side of things, we go to our cash book, which is this one. And then we show on the 29th of June, 2021, it's our correspondent. It's our fee transfer. So if it's a lot of correspondence, then you need to be specific and show that it's a met attendance like that. And then we transfer. How much are we receiving? 1483.33. Okay. I'll walk you through again. I will try to walk you through and show that we have recorded everything pertaining to this matter. the transactions that we've recorded. Okay, so we'll start with our fee, 500. So we record it in our fee account. So this is the 500 that we've recorded, and we show that there's a third that is due to the correspondent, which we have recorded this side. Okay, and then our tracing agent, it affects, we are paying, affects the bank, which is here. Is the bank, it affects the bank, and also it affects our correspondent. Our correspondent is to pay us back whenever we receive his money. Then that's why it is also coming to the debtors account or the meta account of the correspondent. Okay, and then we receive 15,000. This one, when we receive it, it's in the trust account. We go to our trust account, we receive it. So here we are receiving it, 15,000, and also we credit our correspondent, which is their account, which is this one, the 15,000. Okay, and then we are told we can raise our invoice, we can collect the fees and close the files. Okay, so we've got collection commission. Our collection commission, it's a fee. We go to our fee account. Some people, they call it a commission, so they want to record it in its own commission account. You can do that, award marks, but it's not really necessary to separate. And then the collection, it's 10% of what we've collected, which is 15,000. And because we are sharing, we reduce what is due to us. So our fees is not the full amount, we reduce by a third on the debit side. Okay, whatever that we do, we also do in our correspondence account. And then once we finish all the fees, say for instance, we were given two fees that we charged, or three, you record all the three, and then after how much you need to transfer from the trust account. Because you don't transfer everything, because we are not receiving everything. Our fees are affected by the 1/3 rule. So the 1/3 rule is applying here, and it reduces everything to that. And once we have established how much we need to transfer, then we go to our correspondent account. We show that out of the 15,000, we are not going to pay you everything. We are paying you less by what we are claiming to be belonging to our firm. And then that is and then we balance it off. And then once we balance off, we are able to tell how much exactly that we are going to pay our correspondent, in this case, which is 13,516.67. And then these same transactions, we make sure now they affect our trust account. Because remember, we are accounting and paying. Then we are paying our correspondent, we transfer our fees to the business account, and we go to the business side, we receive the money. We receive the money in our business account. Here we are receiving it. Okay, so this is how we record a matter for our correspondent. It can be even a divorce matter, where we have to run a divorce matter. Then when we are running it, when it pertains to fees, that is what we share with our correspondent. Or after collecting the money for the divorce, then we are paying it over to our correspondent so that he can pay to his client as the final settlement. So this is how we treat the account. Okay, so that was it. I think I'll stop sharing. And from there, I don't know if you have any other questions. You want me to illustrate any other thing, how to record the business, because we have more of like recorded everything. Any other questions that you might be having? Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Are you going to share this work today or tomorrow?
The one for the correspondent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to share it immediately after our meeting. I hope you'll be able to track it. I'm going to share the worksheet. And also what I've done is that if you can check on the worksheet, webinar 2, I'm going to share it and show you. What I've done is that I've also put in the full, okay, let's share it on the worksheet, on the answer sheet. I have shared, this is the work that we did on the 18th and today, but I have also shared the full answer. You will see there's a full answer that is there on our, so you can go through and also check the full answer. It will help you with answering our question. It will help you. So it has got also the trust cash book. It will show you the trust cash book. It will show the various ledgers. Okay, and also it will show the business cash book. You see, and also it will show the various business ledgers. You find each question is unique. So when you are more of like answering, then you should know it can never be the same. So when you are answering your assignment, you can get elements of your assignment from the solutions that we have. But when you go through, you find this helps you. Okay.
Hello, madam.
Hello.
Tell me, you don't conduct some revisions on the board exams for bookkeeping accounting?
So I didn't hear you properly.
Are you not conducting some revision classes on your own for bookkeeping accounting board exams?
There's no exam.
No, I mean on the other side.
This for which one? Bookkeeping?
On the other side, for bookkeeping accounting board exams. Remember, we as advocates, if you want to.
Oh, for the board exams.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So for the board exams, unless if you want me, you let me know, because I have never had anyone who has asked me to assist. But if you want any assistance, then you can call me, then we can revise, or you can go on the platform, because I don't even have material for the board exams. But if you do have material that you want us to discuss and illustrate where you are having issues, then I can.
You're cutting it.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Yes.
I'm saying that for the board exams, I don't have the Yes, I don't have the material, but if you want assistance from me, you can always indicate where you are having problems, even on the forum, or you can check on the forum, because my email, I don't think it's there. Then you let me know then I can help here. I'll be able to probably, we do a Zoom or we do Teams, then I help you with revision.
Okay, I think the next board exam will be in February next year. Then I'll keep in contact with you on the forum.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, thanks, madam. Appreciate it.
Hello, madam.
Okay. All right, thank you. Hello, yes.
I need to ask, is our test including this kind of calculations, or it's a multiple choice? Are we?
Does what?
Is it our test? I haven't opened my test yet, so
Yes.
I need to know if we will be required to do this trust account, and if we are going to be requested to do that, are we allowed to to write them, handwrite them and scan them, or is it on the system? Is it online?
Okay. Oh, all right. When it comes to these, you need to write them the same way that I was doing, and then you need to convert them into PDF, or you print them and then you scan. You attach
No, I'm talking
on the
about the
platform. So it's not a multiple choice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a multiple choice.
okay. So I can go in and start handwriting them if I don't want to write online.
So before I can say. Because I started it today. It has got an element.
We lost you for about 56 seconds.
Element of it. Yes. Hello, can you hear me? I forgot the element of what? VAT. So when I was recording VAT. So like on our fee account, you find our
What's your question? I'm a questions. Any other?
okay, hello. So okay, we got cut off. I think it's load shedding and it needs to rain. But I was saying, if you can hear me.
It came back no format.
Let me try to switch. We are suffering from the network. I hope you can hear me again. I'm back and I saw some questions. Hopefully you can hear me. With regards to the test, how many attempts do we have? So the test, it's only one attempt, You are given an hour to attempt it. If you do not complete, then it's gone. Okay, all right. And then I was also saying that on our example, the one thing that I did not cover it's the issue of VAT. So remember, our firm is registered for VAT, so you also need to account for VAT. So for example, on our fee, we received a fee of 500. Then also in terms of VAT, we also need to calculate the VAT. Remember, when we are calculating the VAT, it's 15% of our fee. So that's how you calculate the VAT. So do not forget about VAT in your assignment, because this has an effect on VAT. And when we collect VAT on our fee, then that VAT, we also have to pass it over to our correspondent. So in this case, where we have 166.67 that we are giving our correspondent, and also to the VAT account, we also give them 15% of that. See, like that. So that is the VAT component that we are giving them. And also on the commission is the same. We need to account for VAT. Sorry for that. I have not accounted for VAT. So in your the assignment, make sure that you account for VAT. 15%, you add it to our fee and it goes to the VAT account. 15% like that. And then on the component of the correspondent commission, also the 15% is passed over to the correspondent, because he has to account to SARS for what he would have received. So for the transactions that I've captured for VAT, the same transactions they also need to be captured in our correspondent's ledger. Then it also affects how much we are transferring to ourselves. So whatever that we have done to the VAT account needs to be accounted for in our ledger, and how we account for it. Whatever that we have credited, we are debiting. You see? Whatever that we have credited, we are debiting. And also when it comes to these amounts that we have debited, we come to our correspondent, we also make sure we debit. So what then it does is that we need to like that. And then it means our balancing off is going to change. It will change. So the VAT component is changing things. Okay. Like that. So remember the issue of VAT. If it's a VAT vendor, then we have to account for VAT. How do we account for VAT? For each fee that we are receiving, we also have to make sure that the VAT account is credited, and whatever that we are giving, we also debit the VAT account. So you can see our trust transfer has changed to 1683. And then when we go to the trust, to the correspondent, we do the same. In the trust side, we change it. See, it changes to 1683, which means whatever that we are getting, we are now getting whatever that we are paying over to the correspondent is going to be less, because we have to take the VAT and pay it over to SARS. So these figures as well, when it comes to the business account, they are changing because of VAT, the issue of VAT. So our correspondent is going to receive 13,316 because we had not taken VAT from the fees. His client is to pay us VAT. And also our business account, when we go back to the business, receives the amount with VAT. Okay, like that. Okay, so we are done with our assignment. What I will do is that I will share it, I'll post it over so that you can have a look and also practice. Okay. Okay, and then I see a question which says, when do we apply 115% VAT? Okay. Also, what you need to do on our platform, on the forum, I've put in notes on our assignment. Please go there and check the notes so that the VAT should not confuse you, because I've specified to say where the fee includes VAT. If we are told that this fee includes VAT, so it's our fee, which is 100% plus 15, then we are on 115. So if ever we are calculating anything on that amount, then it means we have to say our fee component is 100 divided by 115. And then the VAT is 15 divided by 115. I hope you get that correct. That is where we apply 115. If the amount excludes VAT, amounts exclude VAT. So already we are given our 100%, our fee we are given, which is 100. You see, so our fee is 1,000, we are given it. So for us to calculate the VAT, it's going to be 100 plus 15. You get the amount including. To get the VAT itself, it's 100 multiplied by 15. Then you get the VAT so that you make it 115. Okay. I hope you understand that. So go to our forum. I've also illustrated. If you do not understand, just let me know, and then I can also do probably a small example which I can also post on the forum. Okay. Any other question, or we can call it a day?
Hi, may I also ask again?
Yes.
Do we have to? Okay, let me refer to this. This under collection there. It says pay 150 on tracing agent. Tracing agent. I think does it include VAT or not?
Okay, so for the tracing agent, we are not worried because it's not our expense. You see, it is not the firm's expense. So it is the client's expense. Whatever, like if it's including VAT, then we pay including VAT. If the tracing agent is not registered for VAT, we pay excluding VAT. So whatever that we are paying, we've paid the full amount that is required by the tracing agent. But remember, it is not our cost. It is a cost for the client. We are going to recover the full amount, including VAT, whatever that we would have paid, that the tracing agent wants, we will recover it from the client. So it is for the client's account. So we pay in full, and we do not take VAT for our benefit. I know in practice, people take VAT to their benefit because the VAT account is invoiced in the name of our firm. Of course, like in practice, SARS would not know, but then in reality, we take the full amount that we've paid, we put it in our client's account so that we recover. When we are doing our recoveries, we should recover everything in full. So you see, when we are calculating the fee plus disbursement, then it gives us the full amount that we should recover from the trust account when that client gets paid. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question, or we can call it a day? I know I was a bit late, so anyone with a question we can answer then, yeah. Or if ever you have any queries, any questions, you can go to Zoom, to our forum. You put your questions whenever you feel like you want me to talk about them. Then we can always arrange with Grace so that she can create a platform. We would rather not have webinar number 3, because webinar number 3, it doesn't like it's questions and answers to say, do we have any other questions? So we'd rather arrange and have another one. We answer assignment 2 because assignment 2 is the harder one. Okay.
Hello. Can I go back to business transaction?
Yes.
For example, they say we receive an invoice for this certain amount, let's say 600 rand, inclusive VAT. And pay immediately. When I record it under my business transaction, must I show the VAT underneath, or must I just show the VAT under the VAT account?
Okay, I'm going to, okay, stop. Okay, I'm sharing. I think currently you can see the Excel, ne? Okay, so if we go to our, to the full answer, this is the full answer. This is our business account. So in our business account, remember, it's a mirror of the bank statement, you see? So we don't split, we record, we record amounts as paid.
Okay.
We record as paid. We do not combine. It's not wise for you to combine amounts, because when you want to go back to your bank statement, remember, you will need to reconcile it with the bank statement. So if you combine things, like where I say we are paying salaries, you combine them. Our bank statement will give us single amounts because we are paying the messenger, we are paying the secretary. So when you record in our business side of things, you record the amount as given.
So the VAT will just record it on
in
that
full.
account.
So if we pay, we are paying. Remember, our cash book, I told you, these are payments. So if we are going back, the question says we paid 855 rand for our insurance. We are paying. We pay 855.
Okay.
Yes, and then after paying it, what do we do? Then we say, oh, okay, but anyway, there's a component of VAT. We can claim VAT out of this amount. Ne?
Yeah.
So what does it do? Then it means we are going to affect the VAT account and also the expense account. So on the expense, that's where we split with VAT. You see, that's where we are splitting now, because we know we can claim VAT out of this amount. Then we can't record the full amount of the expense. We are now showing net of VAT, and on the VAT account, the amount that we can claim from SARS, which is amount paid multiplied by 15 divided by 115. You understand where the 115 now comes in, because we paid a full amount, which is inclusive of VAT. So it's 115. Where it's inclusive, it's 115. So for us to calculate the VAT, it's going to be 15 divided by. So in our case, say it's car insurance. I'm going to enlarge. It's 855. Ne? And then we want to now post it to the ledgers. Ne? So it is going to affect 2 ledgers, which is our insurance and our VAT account. Okay, so say this is the credit, this is the debit of our accounts. Okay, like that. Let's put space. So on our insurance account, because already we've credited our bank when we're paying, this is the credit side, then it means we are going to come and debit our insurance to complete the double entry. And how much insurance? It's 100, you see, like that. And on our VAT account, if you can look at it, this side, the credit side is now more, because remember the payment side is also the credit side. So it's now more. If we compare, we are short. So on our VAT side, it means we also have to debit the what? The VAT account. How much are we going to debit with? It's this multiplied by 15 divided by 115, like that. So when we add them together, the split, they give us the total. Like if we are to add, let me add this plus that, we come back to our 855 that we've paid. You understand?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So this is how we split. Remember the 115 where it comes in. And then the other thing is to do with salaries. So our salaries, you find they've got an element of UIF. So the element of UIF, what it does is that when we are paying our employer, we are going to pay them less. UIF, or it can be pay as you earn. We are going to pay them less. Why are we paying them less? We've got a statutory obligation to what? To deduct from them. So on our payments, our cash book, we are paying, period. So when we are paying, we deduct and we pay over to SARS or to UIF. You see? So when it comes to the bank account, you calculate what you are paying. You deduct, and then what you have to pay over to SARS, you retain it and you pay it over. So the element of UIF, also take note of it, study it. If you don't understand it, I would rather come than I illustrate than you understand. Okay. So can we now call it a day? Are you fine? Another question? Yeah, for those ones who feel like they are now fine, they can leave, because I don't want to delay you. I don't want to hold you. Okay, I think then we are good to go. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best. Try your level best, and yeah, you will get it right. If you can score high, then your grades will be good. And also this practice is good for you, especially if you're going to do your PMT, practice management, or if you're going to write your board exams. This is practice, it's good for you. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. And yeah, continue to practice.
How soon are we going to get these these solutions? Now or?
Yeah, I'm going to post them now on the forum.
So I'm going to check now. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to stop recording.